Hey, good morning, y'all. Ha! You guys, it's hilarious. Hilarious. The people are trying to force, the left is trying to force conservatives to say douchebag is our president. Sorry, there's never going to be a heels up vice president. There will never be a Biden president, ever. Not in this lifetime, ever. Those people are going to jail, y'all. They are going to jail. So I am not sure. I'm just not sure what they're thinking. This is hilarious though, because they're so desperate. Desperation. That is what is going on with the left. And for Fox News, I suggest no one ever watch Fox News again, because I can't think of what her name is. Martha, maybe, said when someone was saying that, there's not going to be one. No, sorry, Elaine. Sorry that you, Elaine, like to get told what to do, that you're not old enough to make decisions on your own, that you're such a wimp and a little wussy. It's sad you would rather have a criminal, a pedophile, as your president than someone that loves this country. It's really sad that you are that pathetic and that much of a loser, Elaine. Selly, or is it sell out? We'll say Elaine Sellout is who you are, because you are a sellout. You're too lazy. You're a lazy person. You don't think you should have to work. You want a handout because you're lazy. You're a lazy scum is what you are, Elaine Sellout. That's what you are. And Biden will not be president. Whether you like it or not, he's going to prison. He's going to be hung for treason, along with Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, all of them. So with this, there's going to be thousands and thousands and thousands of people in Washington. I hope I see you there, Elaine Sellout, because you're a sellout. You're lazy. You can't do anything for yourself. You can't think for yourself. You're the party of slavery. You are the party that started the KKK. You want to keep people enslaved. So it's so sad that you are that pathetic, Elaine Sellout. That pathetic. You're a loser. A loser. And you will see President Trump for 8 more years. 8 more years. So you might as well move out of the country now, because already the electoral vote's been taken away in Pennsylvania and Arizona, and now it's going to be Nevada. So he's not even the elect pick anymore, because he don't even have 270. So go cry, you little wimp. Go cry. It's funny to watch y'all pathetic little people trying to steal something, because over 70 million people voted for Donald Trump, and there was only maybe 20 million that voted for Biden. Maybe. But, we don't count dead people, and we don't count animals, which is what the left does. So, Elaine Sellout, you're a pathetic little tiny person. You don't have a clue on anything in this world. You're lazy. You're for killing people. You're for abortion, which is murdering people. Planned Parenthood was started to eliminate Black people. I'm so glad that you're for that. It shows what a pathetic little person you are. Very sad that scum of the earth like you even have to be in this country. So, less than 20 years ago, Venezuela was a thriving, very, very, very rich person until they brought socialism in it. Now, Elaine Sellout, They're eating zoo animals because they have nothing to eat. So I hope you feel good about socialism and communism, because you, Elaine, are a Nazi brown shirt. You are the Nazi brown shirt, because you can't think for yourself. You can't speak for yourself. Look, you have nothing to say about this because you're a pussy. You are a fucking wimp. You're a loser. And it's sad and pathetic that you don't know how to think for yourself. I mean, it's really sad that you're that much of a snowflake. Elaine, you can wish all you want, but it's going to be funny watching y'all cry your liberal tears, your liberal snowflake tears, once again, because President Trump will be your president for 8 more years, maybe longer, for what they've done to him. If they would have been trying to at least work with him, he might not even be running. He might not have even run. But no. Big news. Hunter Biden has flipped and given evidence. They're done. And so is your party, the party of murderers, the party of slave owners, the party that started the KKK. Elaine, sell out. It's hilarious. You guys are funny because you have no shot. And if y'all think we're going to sit here and let the election be stolen, you know, they had to do things sneaky in the dead of night. You can't be ahead 500,000 votes and then between 4 and 6 a.m. all of a sudden be behind. You can't be up 86% of the votes. There's no way for you to win after that. None of that makes sense. And you, Elaine, sellout, are pathetic for even thinking you did get out and vote. That means your vote didn't count and they put a dead person in there instead. So with all them machines that are taking over 6,000 Trump votes and putting them to Biden, people are going to jail. There's already been over 12 postal workers for throwing out Trump votes. They're going to jail. They are going to prison for a very long time. Fraud like that is a federal offense, so you go to federal prison. It's funny. It's all coming down, and you poor little pussies are going to have to cry in your post toasties again. Very funny. Very funny. So, yeah, this is to show that, you know, y'all, the media is not the one who calls the presidency. So if you're listening to them, then you're an idiot. And it shows you can't think for yourself. You don't know how, Elaine. You don't know how. At all. At all. And it's very sad. What do you got to say, Elaine? Come on, little pussy. What you got to say? You're going to be crying again. That's what it is. You're totally pathetic. And it's sad that you want a pedophile as your president. It's sad you want a trafficker as your president. You don't give a crap about people that's been trafficked, do you, Elaine? No, you don't. You don't give a crap. You know, there's been over 300 trafficked women and children found, but you don't care about that, do you, Elaine? You just care that you get your welfare money and you don't have to go to work. Right, Elaine? That's right. I know. Because you're pathetic, and it's very sad. Very sad. You know, I don't know why you think it's okay for me to go to work and pay you for sitting on your lazy ass. What is okay about that? That's right. You're afraid you're going to have to go get a job. You don't want to have to pay your way through life. You want everything to be handed to you. Well, honey, it don't work that way. If you want something, you got to work for it. In America, anyway. You know, this is the land of the free, and it always will be. God bless America. Even though you hate God and don't believe in Jesus, you know, it's sad that you hate this country that much, Elaine sellout. It's sad that you hate this country that much. And, you know, I would say if you don't like this country, move. Get out. You're not welcome here. If you don't like it, we don't want you. You know, we don't want you. And we're going to make sure that People that want socialism and communism aren't even allowed to run for office in this country anymore. So what are you going to do, socialist? What are you going to do, baby killer? Elaine Sellout is a baby killer. She's a baby killer. You know, are you proud of that, Elaine Sellout? Are you proud to be a baby killer? Are you proud to be the party of slave owners? Are you proud to be a party of the KKK? Are you, Elaine Sellout? Are you so proud? Are you? Are you, Elaine? Are you? Well, we think you're pretty pathetic that you don't know how to think on your own. I mean, it's really sad that it's come to this, that, you know, people have to tell you how to think because you're not able. You're just not able. You're a sellout and you hate this country. Why? You know, because with Trump, then you had to actually go get a job. Well, you know, we would have had another stimulus even bigger than the first one if your party would have said, okay, let's give the American people some, you know, they need a stimulus. But your party didn't want to do it. They said no. And that was for all of America. But, you know, you stand up for the unjust, and it's very sad, Elaine Sellout. It's very sad that you're that pathetic. So, no, Biden will never be president, but he will be a longtime guest in the Gray Bar Hotel at Guantanamo Bay. Okay? They have built bigger buildings for all these corrupt people and traitors against this country. And it's just sad that you would rather sell out this country than live a fulfilled life. It's very sad. You're a sellout and you have nothing to say. And you know why? Because I'm right. That's why you have nothing to say, Elaine. You have nothing to say because I'm right. So, you know, keep doing what you're doing and keep crying. You know, Republicans and constitutional people aren't the ones burning down Black people's businesses that they worked very hard to grow. It's BLM people and Antifa people. Those are your people, Elaine. Those are your people, Elaine. You know, they care so much about Black people. That's why they're going to Black people's businesses and burning them down. That's how much they care about Black people, Elaine. Are you so proud of that? I'm sure that you lit the match on one of those because that's your group and that's who you hang out with, Elaine. So keep crying because it's never going to happen. And we got Jesus over us. We have God. What do you have? Nothing. You got nothing. And, you know, I hate to see anyone burn in hell, but people like you that are baby killers need to burn in hell, and nobody cares about your life. You know, if you turn your life over to Jesus, there will be hope for you. But as of now, you being a baby killer and a member of the KKK, you have no hope at anything, and your people are done, and there will never be. After all this recounting is done, it'll be a full red wave, and all 50 states will be red. All of your favorite thieves will be gone. So, Elaine, you're so adorable, you little Nazi, you. You're adorable because you're such a baby killer, and you're so proud of that, aren't you, Elaine? So it's too cute that y'all are that pathetic that you actually would rather have a pedophile be president and someone that wants to raise your taxes. You know, President Trump, he's trying to make it where we don't even have to pay taxes anymore. And you got someone like Elaine Sellout over here that wants your taxes raised, and they want over half of your paycheck to go to the government. Elaine is an idiot. She don't get that the people are the ones that are in charge. They are our bosses. I mean, we are their bosses. They work for us. We don't work for them. So why, Elaine, would you want to give all of your money to people in government? Why? Why do you want a huge government? Why do you think the government needs to run your life? Are you that incapable of making one decision on your own? Nope, I don't think you can do it. I think you would rather be a mooch, a lazy ass baby killer. I think that's what you want because no woman, I don't give a fuck who they are, no woman has the right to kill a baby. God said, I knew you before you were even, I knew you in that womb before you were born. And so, what if you would have got aborted, Elaine? Maybe it would be a better place in this world without somebody like you. That would have been a glorious day. Yay, Elaine almost got aborted. Yes. And she could go abort herself right now if she really wanted to, make this world a little better place. So, Elaine, since you're such a murderer, you're a baby killer. You're a baby killer. And how many of your own did you murder, Elaine? How many? How many? Huh? What's the matter, Elaine? You got nothing to say now? You got nothing to say because you're a pussy. You're pathetic. You're a baby killer. And you cannot think for yourself. Somebody told you to say, Biden will be president. And you were like, okay. It's sad and it's funny that you're that stupid. Yes, that stupid, Elaine. You are that stupid. Because you cannot think for yourself. And so, we waited for 37 days for George Bush to still be president because Al Gore did his thing. And you know what? President Trump is going to be president for 8 more years. Joe Biden is going to go to jail. Kamala Harris is probably going to go to jail because whenever Joe Biden said, I don't need votes to win, that said it all. And that's evidence against him. When he said that we have the best fraud, like they can put the best fraud out there, that's evidence against him. Okay. So I can't wait for this to go to the Supreme Court because of people like you, Elaine. The Supreme Court is going to be the ones to say who the president is. So thanks, and thank God we have at least 5 conservative constitutional people who are not corrupt in the Supreme Court justice. So yeah. And why do you think that everybody in all the demon rats in Congress was trying to get Amy Barrett to say that she will recuse herself from election stuff? Because they knew it was going to come down to this and that they were going to have to decide, and it's going to be up to her. Probably up to her. Maybe Clarence Thomas, the way Joe Biden treated him when he was getting confirmed in. It's going to be a great day, and America is going to be even greater than it already is because these people, they're going down, and it's so funny. It is. I mean, I can't wait. I've got my popcorn watching this movie play out. It's funny how desperate the news media thinks they're the ones who called. I just watched something from someone from Fox say, we called it. And she was like disappointed that it wasn't Joe Biden because they called it. Sorry, honey, it don't work that way. The media is not the one who decides who the president is. So it's going to be great. It's going to be funny whenever this all turns around and President Trump is still our president. So, Elaine, thank you for giving me more to say on this and laugh more because I was just going to say a short few words, and now you've made it longer than it was going to be. So thanks, Elaine, sellout. Stay away from Planned Parenthood and stop murdering babies because, it's really unbecoming, and because you like to sacrifice to the devil. And yes, that is how they sacrifice to the devil. It's just sad that, that you are that way, Elaine, sellout. It's just that sad that you're that pathetic that you don't know how to think for yourself at all. At all. Nothing to say, Elaine. Nothing. You got nothing. You can't even defend yourself. You can't even defend yourself because you have no facts. You don't have one reason why Biden would be president. Why? Why do you think he said, we're going to take jobs, give them back to China, we're going to raise your taxes, and apparently you're a communist because that's what you want. So sad. It's so sad. And it's so funny that y'all actually think you're going to steal the election. It's not happening, Elaine. It's just not happening. It just shows what scum people like Elaine are. Scum. People like Elaine here in the chat is scum. She hates this country. She's a Nazi brown shirt. Her family is, owns slaves. Her family and her are members of the KKK. They murder babies because they're for Planned Parenthood. And it's really sad that this is what the Demon Rat Party stands for. And it is. That's all they have to offer is taking your money, making big government, and making it where you can't decide anything on your own. You can't start a business. Nope, Elaine, you can't start a business. You just can't, it's too much money, So you like the government taking all your money. That's sad. I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. It's people that can't think for themselves. It's pathetic. It is absolutely 100% pathetic. But, you hate this country so much, leave, because you're not welcome here. No one that hates this country is welcome here. We don't want you here. We don't want your kind here. If you can't get along and just be happy with how America is going, President Trump did more for the Black community. They actually call him the first Black president because Obama did nothing. He did not do one thing for the Black community. Not one, Elaine, not one. So, oh, look, it says I'm live. And so, I think I'm really curious to why you think you would want Biden as your president, Elaine. What's he going to do for you? Can you even answer? Nope, because you don't even know. You don't even know. He'll rape your kids. He will. Joe Biden is a pedophile. And it's sad that you want a pedophile as the president. No, President Trump ain't perfect, but, at least he's not a thief. At least he's not a pedophile. And at least he loves this country. He loves God and he loves Jesus. And he puts God and Jesus above himself. So it's very, very sad to see people like you, Elaine, that are, you can't think for yourself. You don't know how. You don't have a clue at all. At all. And, that just makes me sad that you're that stupid to believe something like that. I've got one neighbor that was for Biden. And whenever I see him out and wherever, I'm just going to start laughing at how stupid he is. What's he going to do? Punch me out? That's what the left does. Their way is violence. Their way is violence. They're the ones that are burning all the Black businesses down down. They're the ones burning down the Black business. And you're okay with that, Elaine? Sell out? You're okay with that. I'm sure that you were one of them helping and you actually lit a match yourself. So be proud that you're that much of scum, Elaine. It's very, very pathetic. Very pathetic. I wished I could pull up your, actually, I can right here. 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 Actually. Let me pause that so I'm not like repeating. Oh God, Elaine is, ew. Is that your child there with you? Because y'all are molesters. Is that your child there with you, Elaine? Wow. Wow. I wished I could show y'all what she looks like. Look, there she is. So that's either her daddy with her or her kid, because she's not capable of anything on her own, that's for sure. That's how pathetic that little Miss Elaine is. Elaine's Selly, or I like to say Elaine's sellout, because she's like her family. And this is what the Demon Rat Party stands for. They stand for slavery, the KKK, and murdering babies. They're for trafficking humans, women, and children. And it's very sad that Elaine is part of that. Elaine is part of that, y'all. Elaine is part of that. She's a sellout. So, you know, that is what the Demon Rat Party stands for. So if you're part of the Demon Rat, that is your party and that's who you are. And I just feel sorry for people like you that you can't think for yourself. I mean, it's very pathetic. So Elaine over here, or later down there, maybe just over here. I don't know if it'll show up down there. It's just sad that there's people actually like that live in this country, that you're for murdering, you're for trafficking, you're for the KKK, and your family owned slaves. Elaine, you got nothing to say for yourself? And quiet, that speaks volumes. She's got nothing to say about it. That means I'm right. That means I'm 100% right, because she's got nothing. Nothing. She can't back up her words with nothing. Oh my gosh. So yeah, before you get out there and want to be part of like murderers, KKK members, slave owners, child traffickers, and again murderers, just think what you're standing up for. Just think, you know, that's what the Demon Rat Party is. BLM, because Lucifer manipulates. Because BLM, founded by a white domestic terrorist and another white terrorist. They don't give a shit, not a flying fuck about black people, y'all. Because if they did, they wouldn't have shot a black man. If they did, they wouldn't be burning down black people's businesses. Who's the racist here? It sure ain't Republicans. It sure ain't Republicans. Because we don't do that. We don't go down and start riots. We don't. We have peaceful protests without any violence whatsoever. But the left, the demon rats, they can't do it. They cannot do it at all, at all. They have to burn places down. They have to kill people. You know, so which side are you on? Are you over here where they burn down buildings of black community members like BLM and Antifa does? Or are you over here that try and help people, build people up? What are you? You're a baby killer or you're not? You're a trafficker or you're not? This is the right side, by the way. It might be backwards later or whatever, but this is the right. And this is my left. So, the people over here, they want drugs like methamphetamine, heroin into their communities legally. So just anybody can do it. And, those drugs are not good. Elaine here wants fentanyl in her communities that's killed thousands and thousands of Americans. That's what Elaine's for, so that's what the demon rats stand for. That is who you are if you're a Democrat or a socialist or a liberal. That is what you stand for. The KKK, slave owners, murder, trafficking. That is what the left stands for. That is who they are. They want to take all of your money. They're lazy, uneducated, and just plain out stupid. I mean, you're stupid, Elaine. I'll tell you to your face how stupid you are, because that is what you stand for. It's that sad. Do you go to bed every night crying and crying? I think you do. I think you do. Or you go to bed every night thinking, how can I murder my next baby? How can I murder? How can I steal from the people? What handout am I going to get next from big government? How lazy can I be today? This is how Elaine thinks, y'all. This is how Elaine thinks, because she's a demon rat. And it's just very pathetic. I can't believe that everybody I know and the people I'm around are all like, we love God and we love people and we love life. We want to keep our money that we earn. I don't want to go to work and have to give half of my paycheck to Elaine over here because she's too fucking lazy to get a job. It's just that sad. And, whenever you're forced to do something like Elaine, I'm pretty sure she was forced. No, that's one thing Elaine probably chose on her own, was to abort her babies and just kill them. She just murdered them and probably went and out drinking and had a good old time afterwards, because she has no idea what life even is. But, anybody like that, I just really wish that their parents would have aborted them, because, they're just a waste of space, scum of the earth, and has really no right to even be in this country. Everybody can have different ideas and stuff, and it's fine. But when you have baby killers and child traffickers like Elaine over here, then, that's just kind of the people I don't want in my country at all. You're scum. You're disgusting. You're pieces of shit. It's just, you're pathetic. And I can't wait to get back on here after President Trump gets confirmed to be the president another 8 years. 8 more years. So he will have 3 terms because of what people like Elaine has been doing. And so, yeah, instead of fighting, you should have been working with to try and get things done, because the only thing demon rats did and passed is for this nicotine right here. You can't get flavored nicotine anymore. I can't have my mixed berry. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of as what the demon rats have done anything. They said we can't have good flavored tobacco. That is what the demon rats, that's the only thing they've done in the past 4 years. The only thing they've done besides fighting and not wanting to care anything about the American people. How can someone go in there with an average paycheck and then be multimillionaires afterwards? Because, Elaine, they're taking your money and filling their pockets. And it's sad that you're okay with that. It is sad that you are okay with the big government taking your money. They work for us. We don't work for them. Did you know Donald Trump does not even take a paycheck? Did you know? You probably didn't because you don't give a crap. You don't care. Who else is going to do that? No one. So, Elaine, I'll leave you with this because you're so stupid. You better think what you really want, because if you're the person that loves to murder babies, you're the person who is for the KKK and a member of the KKK. Your family owns slaves. You traffic children and women. How can you feel good about yourself, Elaine? How? How can you feel good about yourself doing all that or knowing your party does that? You want a pedophile as your president? Who gives a fuck that President Trump said, grab her by the pussy? Who cares? Who cares? At least he's not out there murdering like all of your people are. I've got friends that talk 20 times worse than that. Chloe, you know who you are, girl. And she'd tell you, if she was here right now, she would tell you that. And so I think it's just very sad that people like Elaine here thinks that her words matter, which they don't. It's just sad. It just shows that what kind of person that she is. She's a pedophile. She's a baby killer. She's a trafficker. She's a member of the KKK. And her family owns slaves, just like Kamala Harris's grandfather did. But I mean, sorry, not Kamala Harris. It's Hills Up Harris, because she blowjobbed her way to where she is. She's a whore. She is a whore. And Elaine thinks it's okay. She thinks it's okay for Kamala Harris to fuck and blowjob her way into office. Because what did she do for the Black community, Elaine? She made sure they got locked up for just simple marijuana for years and years and years and years and years and years and years. Lifetime. But yet claims to smoke with P. Diddy and all them that she never even knew. And it was way before her time. I mean, before their time. So you're the party of liars and killers, murderers, traffickers, and pedophiles. And it's really quite sad. But I will be laughing. I can't wait to get back on here and just be laughing and saying, I told you. I told you. I told you so, Elaine. But she's a coward too because she has nothing to say. And if I was up in her face, I would tell her the same thing and probably laugh at her because honestly, she is probably just a big fat cow that is sponging off the system on welfare and getting really fat off them food stamps. That's the kind of people Elaine is. Absolutely 100%. And she's not even going to say nothing because I'm right. I'm 100% right. So I'm going to leave y'all with that there's people like Elaine here that's for like getting all your money taken by the government. She's for murdering babies. She's for child trafficking. She's for the KKK. She's for Black America's buildings being burnt down when they're trying to build. It's just very pathetic and sad that there's people like that actually have the nerve to come onto my page and say that. It's okay. I'm glad you did, Elaine, because it lets me call you out for what you are. And that's scum. You're scum. You are scum of the earth. And, I have no feelings for you whatsoever. I don't care that I'm hurting your feelings, because you're a pussy, Elaine, a pussy. You are a wimp. And so, you just keep living in your little bubble because here before too long, that bubble is going to pop and you're going to really see what it's like to not have that party around. Because I'm telling you, when all the recount is over, it's going to be 50 states of red, and all of them, everything's going to be overturned, and there's never going to be another Democrat in this place again, ever. They're done, and America's done with it. And we're not going to sit here and let y'all steal the election, because there's no way that only 20, we could, y'all want to change the popular vote so much. Well, let's do it, because President Trump won the popular vote. Over 70 million people voted for President Trump. And that's not counting the ones that Elaine here threw in the garbage. It don't count that. It don't count, the ones that Elaine threw in the garbage. I'm sure she harvested some of those ballots and, paid people off. And so it's just really funny that how now everything is turning, and some states that were for Biden are now against, and he didn't win. So it's okay. And it's too funny that there's people like this that actually think that, sorry, Elaine, but you don't matter. Nothing about you does, because you're a thief and a killer. So, yeah, nobody cares about what your thoughts are, because that's how you are. We know what you are, and you're scum. Every single one of you demon rats are scum. And you know what? You might have the devil on your side, which you do because you sacrifice the dead baby, you sacrifice babies to them. Jesus gave his life for us, so we have the blood of Jesus over us. And there is not one thing you can do to hurt me, Elaine. Not one hair will be touched. So you can keep thinking that all you want, but I can't wait for you to come back on my live after President Trump has been confirmed as he's still the president, because I would love just to see you bawling, crying in your liberal tears. Oh, I want to see that so bad. I'll be having my popcorn and having a good old time watching and laughing at you, because it's funny. It is. It's funny to see that pathetic of people that don't know how to think for themselves at all. I mean, it's quite sad, honestly. It's sad that there are people like Elaine here that don't know how to think for herself. She can't. She's for public school, where they want to indoctrinate your kids to hate this country. That's what Elaine stands for. When the teachers came out and said that that they don't want to reopen until they defund all the police, that said a lot. That said they don't give a shit. They don't give a flying fuck about the kids. They want to indoctrinate hate to them. And you know what, Elaine, sellout, that's going to stop too. So you can hate this country all you want, Elaine, but I can't wait to be, drinking your liberal tears, stirring it with a little cream and sugar, because it's like you people are pathetic, very pathetic. And I just feel sorry for you, because you don't know how to think for yourself. You don't know how to live for yourself. You definitely, again, you can't think for yourself. You don't know how. It's totally 100% impossible. And it's just sad that pathetic people like you even have to live in this country. And I give kudos to the president of Mexico, who said, I'm not going to say anything until this legal stuff is over. I have much respect for the president of Mexico just for that. So, all right, you guys, I'm out of here. And again, this is too funny. Too funny. Bye. Remember, Team Jesus.